Welcome back from that short break, and of course we kick things off on Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. Liverpool will be hosting Cardiff, who picked up only their first win of the season last weekend against Fulham. A high-scoring game in that one, 4-2 it was, with manager Neil Warnock finally testing a win in the Premier League for the first time this season. But Liverpool showed us the class they can have on a night like against the lesser side in the Champions League against Red Star Belgrade. They whipped them 4-0. I think they'll do similar. Something similar. Cardiff have gone for 3-0 Liverpool win.
Tony, I think Liverpool win this 4-0. The only thing one of has to tell his players is to avoid its damage control, Tony. They have to try to reduce that the margin of the loss. You know, they are right now off the relegation zone because of goal difference. So this is a game I think they will lose 4-0.
Very interesting. Of course, we know that Liverpool, certainly some of the players that have been struggling at the start, especially Mo Salah, looks to be coming back slowly by slowly. So this is the game where he must try and pick up things in the Premier League, of course. So it will be very, very interesting to see how that game pans out there. And of course, on Sunday is when you'll have the rest of the big teams playing. Burnley will be hosting Chelsea. They've not had the best of season.
Not yet, Tony.
They had tried to bounce back from that early season problem that they had when they had the European tours. Now, though, they need to start picking up points. They seem to have fallen off a little bit, but Chelsea are hot on the heels of the top table toppers on 21 points in third place as well. They need this win. They must continue their resurgence. They have gone for 2-0.
Tony, I think Chelsea will win this game also, but it's 2-1. I think having played a Thursday night game, Chelsea going to Tough Mob might not be that easy, and we all know that there are doubts surrounding Hazard. He picked up an injury against Man United, and if he does not play, Tony, I think it will be tough for Chelsea, but they should be able to see this out 2-1.
We know how tough it is without Hazard for Chelsea this season. Their number 9s, both of them, Morata and Giroud, have been a bit goal shy. Even Willian, who usually comes in with a couple of goals, has been a bit goal shy this season. So it will be interesting to see how Sarri brings his troops in this particular game. Chelsea going to Tough Moor. It's never easy, but we'll wait to see how that pans out. At the same time, 4:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, we'll be having Arsenal traveling to Crystal Palace for another very, very mouth-watering clash. Both these teams enjoy playing against each other. They all play attacking football. But Crystal Palace has struggled a little bit in the season. They are on 15th position with only 7 points.
Only 7 points. That's a very poor return, Tony, looking at the players that Crystal Palace has got in their dressing room. So it's a game that, Tony, I think Palace will try to give it a go. Arsenal is a big side, and it's a London derby, though it's not this popular derby, Tony. But having not scored a goal at home, I do not see where Palace is going to get a goal. I don't see anything in their side. They look to be going forward well, but towards the finishing, Benteke, the poor striker, is off. So it's a game I think Arsenal should be able to win 2-0.
It's curious for Benteke because there were a couple of seasons when Benteke was loaded among the best strikers in England. So it's very, very curious to see how poorly he's performed in the last couple of seasons. Very interesting there. Of course, we know Arsenal comes on the back of 10 successive wins, of course, in all competitions. Very, very interesting there. They are on 21 points. They are currently 4th, but anything can happen if the results go
they could top the table even.
They could even top the table. So it will be very interesting to see how Arsenal plays in this one. I've gone for 3-1 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
Very interesting. Manager Roy Hodgson has work to do there if he's to get anything from that Arsenal side that's been very, very scintillating. And we wrap things up on Sunday evening with Manchester United taking on Everton. Another brilliant game to watch.
This is a brilliant game, Tony. I believe with the performance Man United had over Juventus, very shambolic, Tony. Everton should be licking their lips saying, we could go to Old Trafford and get something, Tony. And if Mourinho does not set up his side to attack in the first minutes, Tony, then Everton will have a chance. But I think with what has gone over Man United and the way they try to play against Chelsea and Newcastle in the Premier League, they should be able to give a go in this game.
Very interesting. We know that Everton are struggling a little bit as well. They are in 8th. Don't forget, on 15 points ahead of Manchester United. Meanwhile, who are on 14 points. So it will be very, very interesting prospect here. Any team that wins in this particular game could go as high as 6. So it will be very, very interesting to see how Mourinho rallies his troops after that very, very demoralizing defeat at home to Juventus. Of course, we know how good Juventus can be on their day. They seem to be having a good time this season. Maybe it might be the season for them, even in the Champions League, with the rest of the teams faltering there. But I've gone for 1-0 Manchester United win in this particular one. I think they still can edge it.
Tony, I think Lukaku will score. And if Lukaku scores, then I see 3-1 United.
Very interesting. We finally hope Lukaku can get on that scoring sheet. He's been struggling a little bit in this season. He has come out and admitted it, as well as his manager. They've talked about his dry spell. It's very, very demoralizing for any striker to go through a couple of games without playing when you're playing 90 minutes. So it will be very interesting to see how Lukaku bounces back. There, of course, a lot of other games will be happening. We'll be bringing you all those predictions on our page. As usual, of course, on the Tonny and Tim show, across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. All our videos will be there. But we also have some very big games across the globe. They are starting here in Africa, on the continent. We have a big game on Saturday afternoon, 4:30 at the FNB Stadium. We have Orlando Pirates taking on Kaizer Chiefs. It's second against third.
Yeah, Tony, second against third, but you can't do away without saying it's the Soweto derby, the biggest derby in Africa, Tony, and the unique derby. So I think it will be a game that we need to watch, Tony, because it's an amazing game, full of intensity and tension also.
Very interesting there. That Soweto derby kicking things off on Saturday afternoon, and we also have on Sunday, Napoli will be taking on Roma in the Italian Serie A. Napoli currently on second position, and Roma in 7th. But they have failed to replicate the form that they have in the Champions League, in the Serie A. They play so well in the Champions League.
So well.
They score lots of goals, but it's at home in Italy where things are not going as planned for them. There, very interesting game, and of course, the mother of all derbies, the Barcelona versus Real Madrid El Clasico, comes on Sunday early kickoff at 6 p.m. What a game.
Tony, it's the first El Clasico since 2007 that will not have Ronaldo or Messi in it. And I don't know whether it's an El Clasico again, but I think it has a different ingredient this time.
Very, very interesting. Of course, we know that Real Madrid comes into this on 7th place. So that's very, very crazy for Real Madrid fans. Everyone has to be behind the players on that day when they travel to the Camp Nou. Barcelona have picked up from where they've
gone on top now.
They've now started to resurrect some of the form that we know they can have very, very brilliantly. They won in the Champions League. They won their last game convincingly against Sevilla the weekend, and this should be a very, very tight affair. But I think Barcelona can still edge it.
I think they'll win this 2-0, Tony.
Very interesting. Of course, all those predictions will be coming on the Facebook page. Do not forget to view, like, share, comment, and of course, to advertise with us, just click on that inbox and talk to us. We'll be very glad to hear from you. For now, we have nothing left to say, and goodbye.
Goodbye.